do
trans.
exist. Dude, the fact that you'd say they don't exist is the dumbest thing ever. Then what are you complaining about?
They don't exist. And
Then
that
why are you
shouldn't be
complaining about
something.
it? If it doesn't exist, why are you complaining about it? Okay, why do you support Trump?
I think just more philosophically on the side of like transgender stuff and the Democratic's view of it.
No, so be specific.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just like the way that they promote transgenderism. I feel like it's just a negative thing for kids. And
What's
yeah,
transgenderism?
not like it's transgenderism, like ism is like a religion, just the transgender in general. Like the whole idea of like the LGBTQ stuff is just like, I believe, like, detrimental to like kids in our society.
How?
Well, I just think it like takes away from kids accepting who they are and the way their body is and the way they're made.
So we're arguing for people in the LGBTQ plus community to be accepted to a greater extent. That seems like that would be actually more accepting of people. It sounds like you just didn't want us to be accepting of them and then tried to claim it was more accepting to not be accepting of them.
You're saying like accepting people that want to like change their bodies.
Yeah?
I guess,
Like, for example,
mean, like-
I wanted to do that. I had acne, and I took Accutane. That's changing my body, isn't it?
I guess, but like it's totally not on the same level.
What about all the men out there that are taking stuff for their hair loss?
I mean, you think that's the same? Is that what you're saying?
Is that not supposed to be for your looks, for their bodies, the way their bodies look?
So you're saying people can do whatever they want? I guess. I mean, like
Yeah,
if you're talking about an
like,
adult
talk to your
doing whatever
doctor.
they
I don't know why
want,
it's your
but, like,
business. Yeah, that's them and their
I don't
doctor's
think it should be
business, not
something
you
to
and
allow kids doing.
not your business. If you're talking
Yeah,
about
but I'm
children,
talking about kids.
yeah, children specifically, that would be through the context of a doctor and their parents.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, who was the first person to ever do like a transgender surgery, and like what was their mindset, and how did they know they'd be like successful? Like it's just a weird thought.
I don't
you think?
know, but the point I would then make is that regardless, we see that the impacts are positive for people in terms of gender affirming care, right? Who are trans. Like that's just a fact. We see positive impacts.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, like it's just all like weird stuff, man. I just think there's too much weird stuff going on with that.
What do you mean it's weird stuff? I think it's actually like weird for you to say like that this is even a deal of yours. This is not your business.
Like the way it's promoted, like you can't
What
turn on like a
promotion?
Disney Plus Marvel show or something without seeing like everything's just promoting like weird sex.
You can watch all of those things without seeing anything even relating to or gender. And even so, why is that bad? What's bad with representation amongst individuals, right, of those communities?
You know, it's not like an equal representation. Like it's like every single thing has it in it these days.
Okay, you see a guy, right, kiss a woman all the time, right, in the context of all these different movies and shows. If you see a girl kissing a girl, or a guy kissing a guy, why is that a big deal to you?
I mean, to me personally, no, but I don't think
Okay.
I don't think that kids should be seeing that stuff like
If they're able to
regularly
see a
anyway.
man kiss a woman, why can't they see a man kiss a man or a woman kiss a woman? Like, what's
You
the
don't
difference?
have kids, so I mean, so I guess
If I had kids, I would see no difference between those things. What's the difference between a man kissing a man kissing a woman, and a woman kissing a woman? What's the difference?
it's that it's like promoted. It's that it's
Promoted?
promoted that it like
Hell,
should be, like,
I want my
accepted.
kids to know about that. You want to know why? Because I have people in my life that I care about who are gay, right? And I want them to be accepted by my children, right?
Are you?
I
Like,
want to promote my children to
saying that
like
they're
be loving
unaccepted
and respectful.
if it you're
and
saying
caring?
they're unaccepted and they couldn't live their life if it wasn't in every TV show?
It's not in
Or
every
you-
TV show, and even so, if it was based, what's wrong? What's wrong with there being gay relationships in TV shows? Why are you complaining?
Well, I guess it's more like the promotion of it, just how it's like it's being promoted like.
Wait,
that
so
it
so
should
then
be
so
this
being
way.
straight, so you're okay with being straight being promoted?
I mean, that's not something that's really promoted. That's just something that is.
Oh, okay. So then if it's not being promoted, even though it's in all these different movies all the time, right? Then why is it being promoted if it's in reference to gay people? Like literally, just them being gay means it's promoted. Like that doesn't make any sense.
because
You
it's
know
like
what
not the
we're
natural
promoting?
state of
What we're
things.
promoting? What we're promoting is not to be gay. What we're trying to promote is less stigmatization to gay people for being gay, right? And that you treat gay people the same as you treat everyone else. Okay, that's what it is. Accept gay people like you do everyone else. Don't treat them differently just because they're gay. That's what pride is about. Because we currently live in a society where like 40% of people still believe or don't believe in gay marriage. Okay? We don't live in a society that is just 100% totally pro gay people. Okay? That's why we have Pride Month. Because we live in a society where there's a ton of people that don't like gay people just for being themselves, just for being gay. And there's nothing about what they've done that's wrong.
I mean, like, I'm not going to argue on like the stance of like gay marriage should be legal because like I think marriage is just like a whole rip off by the government, anyways. Like, like they shouldn't be involved in people's lives like that.
Okay. What
Mm.
do you think gay marriage should be legal?
I mean, like if gay people want to say they're married and go do their like religious ceremony in their way, I guess that's not like really my issue.
Okay.
It's just like it's not something that kids need to really be worrying about. That's what I'm saying. Like kids shouldn't be worried about their when
I have
they're
a
like
question.
five
Are you
years
okay with
old and
kids being
stuff.
forced to go to Sunday school?
Are we talking about like Sunday school from church or like
Yeah,
public
church.
school? What are we talking?
Church.
I mean, I think it's a waste of time.
Think it's a waste of time to have them go to Sunday school?
It's like if it's like a Sunday school activity, they're going there, they're doing projects and having fun and hanging out with kids, other kids. I mean, like that's different. I don't like. I just need the context of what this Sunday school is.
Oh, you
Because like if it's like pushing
pushing religious
religious
kids.
indoctrination,
Yeah.
if you're pushing like religious indoctrination, I think it's a waste of time.
Okay, so you don't agree with that as well.
Yeah,
So, for example, you disagree with the Trump Bible.
I mean that's a little weird, I guess too. Yeah, but I've never seen a Trump Bible.
Well, they exist, and he was selling them. You should look it up because they have them able to be used within schools in Oklahoma. I'm pretty sure.
Is it different than a regular Bible? Honestly, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's literally the Bible with a constitution in it as well, and it's named Trump Bible.
That's pretty. I mean, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know
Okay,
anything about that. I
so
just
the point that we're making is that we're just trying to promote acceptance, right, of people who are not straight, and you understand that like that's all we're doing. We're not promoting people to not be straight. We're just promoting acceptance of people who are not straight in the same way that we have anti-bullying mechanisms and schemes within schools. Okay?
sure, but I don't think little kids need to be worrying about their like that. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, that's a reality is that there are gay kids. Okay? And people do know
how
what their
like
is. I'm sorry. Like if you just want to ignore that gay people
how old
exist,
are we talking?
you, I found out
We
I
talking
was
about
straight
gay
when I was
kids?
5 years old.
How you don't like you found out you were straight?
Yes.
You just it's just you are. It's just like a state of
Yes.
being. It's not like you find that
It
out.
is that
It's
you
not like
find that out. What?
I guess I don't know what
Yeah,
you like.
do you
What did
think
you? How did
newborns
you
come
find
out of
it
the
out?
womb understanding? No. It takes time. You're like when I was 5 years old, I had my first crush. Okay, that's when I came to understand that. Okay, so and that's also true for gay kids, right? They're gonna understand that they're gay. Okay, they're gonna realize that they have those crushes towards members of the same gender. You understand that, right? Like, so like you're just saying that they should ignore that.
I'm
Like,
saying like
what's your
5 year
goal?
olds shouldn't be worrying about that. Like
What do you
I
mean
don't
worrying
think
about that? Being curious about your is being
yeah, I
worried
don't think
about
it's
that?
something. It's just something that shouldn't be promoted. That's it. Like you shouldn't be like
What I think comprehensive education should be in existence, and I think that the lack of education is harmful for children.
in what context are you talking education? Like how the body works?
I'm specifically talking about how people say to completely ignore it, right? People act like it's not relevant, and then also like when we're specifically talking about it, we should be doing age appropriate stuff. With when we're same thing when we're talking about straight stuff, we should also be talking about gay stuff.
But like if like a 5 year old like is gonna say they're transgender and they're gonna recognize they're transgender and they want to like a girl wants to be a boy or a boy wants to be a girl at 5 years old.
Yeah, we're gonna let kids be kids and let them figure out their identities. Yeah.
and we should start
How does that
like
harm anyone?
giving them like hormone stuff.
At
It
5 years
harms
old, you think
them.
they're going to get hormones? No. You're
When does
delusional.
that? When should we allow like this stuff to start
That's
happening?
all
Though? Like
determined by
at 13,
parents.
at 12.
That's all determined by the parents, the kids, and the doctor. It's not determined by me and you.
Yeah, but medicine is like a big science experiment. Like the
Wait, so again, determined by doctors, medical
yeah,
professionals, the
yeah,
parents, and the kid, not by you and me.
yeah. I'm saying like these things should
Thank
be
you, Zeus. I appreciate the
regulated.
Viking hammer.
That
Thank you.
doesn't make any sense. What you're saying is we should just give it up to the doctors, the parents, and the kids. What if we're saying we should give it up to the doctors and the parents and the kids to say that like, hey, this 13-year-old wants to have sex with this 20-year-old. That's between those people that are involved in it. No,
That's
at
a
some point
crazy
you
thing.
have to make
That's a
yeah, at
crazy
some point
thing.
you have to make
Because one of these
regulations.
things can be determined by a doctor to be effective, and the other one cannot be because it's okay.
I agree that it's but I'm saying like at some point you make regulations on things. You don't just make claims, oh, it's between the doctor and the kid and the parent, because you know that it's like you could
The
like
doctor,
totally
kid, and
mess up a
parent is how
kid's
you do.
body.
Wait. When I was 16 years old, do you think I should have been able to get access to Accutane through my parents, a doctor?
Well, we're talking about like transgenderism and like
Wait, I know, and I'm asking
that
you.
level.
This affects my hormones. So,
Okay.
was it wrong for me to get access to Accutane when I was 16 years old?
I mean, like, you know, that's not the same thing. You know, that's not what we're
Oh,
talking
oh.
about.
So couldn't you say the same thing to yourself? You know it's not the same thing, but then you decide
It's
to like compare it to.
I wasn't comparing that to
You did.
comparing
You
your log. Okay.
objectively did. I'm sorry.
All right. All right. I mean, I'm saying that you can make rules on things that would harm kids.
Okay, and I think that you're harming kids by trying to say that we're not going to acknowledge gay people and trans people's existence. I think that's
I
very
don't think
harmful to
kids should
kids.
be allowed to be doing that. I don't think like there should be rules against kids having all this like transgenderism care when they're 13 or 15, like whatever, like and like if they're 18, they become an adult, they want to go do that, they can go do that. That's different. But I don't think like this stuff should be promoted to kids. I don't think it should be given to kids.
When we say
You
promoted
know,
to kids,
kids should,
you were earlier talking about literally just social transitioning being an issue.
yeah, I mean like it's
So what's wrong with social transitioning?
are you I'm saying all of it, like
What's
with
wrong with
kids.
social transitioning?
You mean them like transitioning throughout their life to be these
Yeah, like
things?
socially, like names, pronouns, presentation.
I, like that's weird, don't you think?
Nope, I don't think that's weird at all. So again,
To do
you're
it for
not giving
kids?
anything wrong with it. You're just saying, "Oh, dude, that's weird." Okay, do you see how like
Yeah.
you're like not actually providing anything of substance to say that it's harmful to kids? That we allow them to be trans? Like what?
Okay, so like, so why can't we just wait till they're 18 to let them decide to do
To
that?
socially transition?
Yeah, why not?
Why do they need to wait to 18 to socially transition?
So they can like make the choice themselves. Like it doesn't
Make the choice. I
like
think you can make a choice
before they
yourself to socially transition. What?
like we shouldn't even be having like these people doing these kids doing these things. Like they are what they are. Why are they like wanting to be something else?
That's not what this is at all. Okay. It's not that
What do you
they're wanting to
mean?
be something else. Trans people are wanting to be themselves, and you're telling them to be something that they are not.
Like a guy
That's what
wanting to
you're
be a
doing.
girl
You're the
is
one
them
telling
being
them and
themselves.
forcing them to be something that they are not when they are actively telling you this is who they are.
They're a guy and they want to be a girl, or a girl wants to
No, no,
be a
no.
guy.
It's that trans women are women and trans men are men. Okay? And that's
Well,
who they
what does
are.
that even?
Okay?
What does that mean? Like,
I just
it's
told
a
you.
guy. A guy is a guy. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
trans
tell a
women are
guy
women and
that
trans men are men.
yeah, a guy is a guy. Like it doesn't make a difference if you say that or not. Like you're just saying that. Like just because you say that doesn't mean that a guy is not a guy.
And just because you say it means that a trans person's identity is invalid. Doesn't mean that. Okay? Just because you say their identity is invalid doesn't mean that their identity is invalid. Okay? So same thing applies to you, bud.
It doesn't make any sense. Like you
What
just
doesn't
affirm
what
that.
it makes total sense. I think you're just the one that's very very confused here.
So no, like there's no such thing as like even being trans. It's not even a
There's
real
no
thing.
such thing as being trans. Yes, there is.
I mean, I guess if someone wants to say
What do
I'm
you
trans,
mean
then they're
there's no
trans,
such
but like
thing as
it's
being
not
trans? How
logically
ridiculous do you have
real.
to be? If there's no such thing, why are you criticizing it?
It's not biologically real.
Okay, so when you say biologically real, is your name biologically real? Is there something biologically encoded into you that says that your name is your name? What's your name?
Okay, like it's
Okay, how about this? I'll just say my name.
listen.
Is there something biologically encoded within me that tells you that my name is Parker?
No,
Okay, so my name isn't biologically real?
I mean essentially no. I guess if you're gonna say that,
Okay,
sure.
so then
I'll tell
does that
you right
mean that
there.
there's anything invalid about my name because it's not biologically real?
So you're saying, like, are you saying that if I just want to affirm something, then it can be true?
No, that's not what we're claiming. I don't know where you got that from
Then
what I just said. That's called the straw man.
no, I'm asking. I'm just asking. Is that your point? So like,
No.
so if like someone is affirming in their mind that they're a guy and they're affirming that they're a girl in their mind, we all have to affirm to that too because they want it to be true. That's how they feel.
I think that trans people have valid identities. I think that their commitments are true and valid, and you should, right, be respectful, right?
Where does it
Absolutely.
come
And
from?
I think that it's important to use the particular definition and the way that I'm
Where
using the
does
term.
this
I think that's more meaningful in terms of and useful for using these terms, and it's more inclusive. That's
where
what I
does
would
this
argue.
mindset of these people being transgender come from? Like, what makes them want that?
That's who they are. What makes you want what you want? That's who you are. Why are you complaining about who they are? Why does it trigger you so badly?
I'm saying like it shouldn't be pushed on kids in
It's
school because
not.
it's not a real thing.
Okay, name one school system that is pushing being trans on children. Name
And
one,
like
name one thing in general that is pushing being trans on children.
all of society and like all these shows and like you
What
turn on
show?
Disney Plus shows and
What show?
like the man, I get like any like recent Marvel show or something. That's what
Name
I said
one.
earlier. That's all I can think of.
Name one.
Man, I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't really know. I just know like I remember watching like that Agatha All Along show and it like was promoting that stuff.
What show?
Agatha All Along and it was promoting weird.
Agatha all along.
Yeah,
Okay, and what was in the show that was weird?
it was like promoting weird
What
that was like
weird?
needed. It was
What
like
weird?
yeah, it was like unmuted promoting that didn't add to the story or
What's
like everything that they were promoting in there.
what? Tell me. Be specific.
But I'm not gonna like. I wouldn't expect to turn on Winnie the Pooh and see. I
I'm
wouldn't
just I'm
expect
just
to
I'm
like
just asking like what specifically was in it that you disagree with? Can you even tell me?
anything that was. How about that? Anything that like it should be based towards kids like that shouldn't be promoted. You don't
I'm
need to like
asking
say
like
like
what specifically
specifically
did it do? What was it? What
that
what did
it.
like someone kiss or like what happened?
I don't. I don't remember off the top of my head. I haven't watched in a few years. I'm just saying like that's promoted and like
Okay,
kids
so what
stuff.
about it? Like you haven't told us anything.
I already said like kids
So
shouldn't be
by the way,
having their
Fruit Punch, think of the five
sexuality
dollars.
pushed
This is
on
what
them.
they said. Agatha All Along was a show about witches, and the lead happened to be gay. Like that's it. That's literally just the lead happened to be gay. That's it.
Yeah, they're adding shit that like is pointless that doesn't get added to the
What?
story just to push an
How is it
agenda.
pointless?
Like
Do you think
how does that
romanticism? Wait, I have a question. Do you think romanticism is not important at all to any of these movies?
that didn't add to the story?
Wait, it does. Do you think romanticism adds to stories?
Like I'm saying it
Answer the
that
question.
didn't add.
Do you think romanticism adds to a story?
There's no point to answer that because obviously the
Yes, there
answer is yes.
is.
That's like
The answer is
that's
obviously yes. So do you think that
yeah.
obviously if it's
Obviously it's yes.
demonstrating romanticism, that there can be
It didn't.
clearly something that's adding to the story? You might not have felt
You're
like it added anything, but it objectively did add something to the story.
all right. I get it. If you're saying oh there's a romantic relationship and someone's out for revenge because someone killed someone's wife or something.
Yeah, that's
That's
romanticism that adds to a story, right?
yeah, and then they just throw shit in there sometimes that doesn't need to be in there. Like there's
Like what?
relationships and romance, right?
Like what?
Like there's no point for relationships sometimes. Like we shouldn't be having these things. Like, do you think that we should be having like shows and movies about like teenagers having parties and stuff, whether it's straight even?
That's not what happened in this movie.
Okay, but I'm like,
No,
you're
we
not
don't
going to
want
answer me then?
teenagers and sex parties. Like, well, I don't know where you're getting that
Right.
from.
So a
Do
lot
you
of like
understand that you can
movies.
demonstrate that people have sexuality without sex parties being involved?
Okay, so I'm saying that a lot of like movies
Can I ask
based
you a
off of
question? Can I ask
stuff
you a
with
question? Do you,
teenagers
do
have
you have
this
something wrong with
sexuality in them.
wait? Do you have something wrong with the Beauty and the Beast?
I don't know. I don't think about it regularly to think if I have anything wrong.
I'm
With
just
it. What
asking.
would
Is
you
there
want to
something?
point
Is
out?
there? Have you ever watched it?
Yeah, but it's been a
You have.
while.
You have.
What do
Okay.
you want to point out?
Do you think there's anything wrong with the Beauty and the Beast?
I don't really remember every detail of it, and I don't think about it, so I don't know.
Okay, so you're
Is there something you want to ask me that?
so let's just clarify. You don't think
Yeah.
bestiality is too far, but you think that being gay is too far?
I didn't say that.
Well, yeah, you
I
didn't seem
think
to you didn't seem to have any
bestiality
issue with it. So, but you're okay with bestiality?
I mean, bestiality is gross.
Yeah, that's again the Beauty and the Beast. That's bestiality, is it not?
I think anything promoting ideas given to kids is wrong.
Okay, so then all Disney movies, they're all wrong, right?
They don't all promote.
Get rid of Prince
sexuality.
Charming, right? Get him
Yeah,
out of there. Get him
sure.
out of there. Get rid of Snow White. Actually, no more Snow White, right?
Sure.
No more
Like,
Disney movies, actually. Okay, no more Frozen. Okay, Frozen is done. Actually, no more Cinderella. Okay, get rid of that shit immediately. Shrek, you're gone. Actually, Shrek's gone. Actually, get him out of there. Okay.
I mean, some of those movies don't promote.
Okay, so do you wait? So what do you think? There's anything wrong with Shrek?
I mean, I don't like I said, I don't like think about it. I mean, are you?
Can you
are
answer the
saying
question?
that
Is
I
there
should-
anything wrong with showing your kids Shrek?
Are you saying that if I agree to a subtle level of
Hey, dude, I'm just asking you a question. Hey, bud, can you answer the question? Do you think it's wrong to show your kids the movie Shrek?
I don't really show my kid the movie Shrek. I don't know. It's an outdated movie. Like,
You don't know? Wait, I'm asking if it's
don't-
wrong.
I don't really remember the plot of Shrek or anything.
Dude, name one Disney movie you remember. Holy shit, dude. You don't remember Shrek? Oh my god. Thank you for the mic champ. Thank you. Jesus Christ, you don't remember Shrek. Come on, bro.
All right. Let's just get to the point. So you want me
You don't remember Shrek. That's such a bullshit. Such a disingenuous argument. You absolutely remember Shrek. Stop lying.
like the donkey and the ogre went
Yes,
in
yes.
and like
Okay,
fought a dragon and there was another
wait, listen.
female.
Hey, buddy. If Fiona was a dude, would that be wrong? If the only thing about the movie that changed was that Fiona was actually a dude, would the movie be wrong to show to your kids?
So if it was a dude, no one would even watch it.
What,
Like a movie
people would
like
definitely
that.
watch that, but can you answer the question?
Why are movies like that not made where it's just a dude?
Do you see how he's complete silence? He's completely stunned. He has no response. So answer the question. If the only thing about the movie Shrek that changed was that Fiona, instead of being a woman, was rather a man, would it be wrong to show to your children?
Oh, like I wouldn't show it to my kid.
So
Probably
would it
wouldn't
be
even go
wrong,
watch it
though?
myself.
I'm asking, would it be wrong?
I mean, I think it'd be weird, but I'm not saying
How?
wrong,
How? What would make it weird?
because it's not the normal state of things.
The normal state. Can you define normal?
Yeah, just like what's like what like 90% of people agree is normal or whatever. I don't know.
No. So tell me, what is normal? You can't use normal in the definition.
Like biologically normal, like just biologically what happens.
Biologically, what happens? Okay, that's not a response. Okay, because biologically, people can have sex when they're gay. Okay, biologically, there's a pee spot in the ass. Okay, so can you engage? What does normal mean?
Just all right, fine. Like what's normally accepted by society? Like what is accepted by society and it's
Well, accepted by
cultural norm.
society. Okay,
Yeah,
so
and
let's
so-
just clarify. When child marriage was accepted by society, are you saying that it was okay? Because it was normal, to your view?
Man, like it's not. That's not okay. No.
Okay, so just to clarify, just because something is considered normal doesn't mean it's good, and just because something is considered abnormal doesn't mean it's bad, right?
When was like child marriage okay?
When was it okay? Like for literally like thousands of years?
Where?
Everywhere. Even here in the US. Hell, there are states in this country today where it's still legal. Did you know that?
Where
I'm
is it
serious.
legal?
Look back at history, okay? Child marriage is all over history, okay? It was normal. It absolutely was. That does not mean it was good. It was still wrong. Just because it was considered normal does not mean it was good. And just because something is considered not normal doesn't mean it's bad.
Are you saying like 25-year-olds marrying 16-year-olds type things, like type
Even
stuff?
younger.
Is that like?
Yeah, even younger was normal. Okay, so like let's just clarify. Like it absolutely was very, very common. For example, are you Christian?
I mean, like, I'm not Christian per se.
Okay. Well, for example, Mary. Mary was a minor. Mary was not over 18.
How old was she?
She was 12 through 16.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say like they were right back then. Like they were uneducated and like that stuff was messed up. Like, I don't think that a 12 or 16-year-old should be promoted through something like that.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
so then can you engage with my point then? So just because something is considered normal doesn't mean it's good. Just because it's considered abnormal does not mean it's wrong. So can you then go back to the point? What about it being normal or abnormal means that you think it's wrong to show your kids Shrek?
All you
If
did was just
Fiona were a
affirm that,
dude.
like kids shouldn't be promoted through something like that. That's all.
That's
you
not.
just
Wait. So then, do you think it's wrong to show kids Shrek?
Fine. No, I don't really.
No, you don't.
Like,
Okay, so if the only thing about Shrek that changed was that Fiona was a dude, would it be wrong to show your kids Shrek?
I don't think it'd be wrong.
Oh, so then it's totally okay. It's not pushing on children to show kids Shrek if there's a gay relationship within it.
It's just like kids shouldn't be exposed to like that.
Okay, so then you have an issue with
Like-
showing Shrek to children.
Fine. If you want me to like, for the sake of being like correct 100%, and there's no gray area, then sure, no.
It's
Like,
it's wrong. Wait, it's wrong to show your kids Shrek?
I think there. How about this? I think there's a little bit of gray area where, like, if it's light level stuff,
Yeah. So again,
Yeah.
like I said, is it okay to show your kids Shrek?
yeah, that's fine.
First the
It's
Galaxy,
just,
thank
like,
you. So is it okay to show your kids Shrek if instead Fiona was a dude?
I already answered that.
So yes or no?
I already answered that.
So just answer with
I'm
the yes
saying,
or
like,
no.
there's a. All right, yes, it's fine.
Okay, so it is fine. So then again, like the movie
But
that you
still,
just
like-
talked about, the movie you just talked about for just showing a gay relationship, that's not pushing being gay onto children. So you've now conceded. Movies
had
and TV
no,
shows are
like,
not pushing
plot
being
twist.
gay on children by having
Had
gay
no-
characters.
Okay, but Agatha all along, there was no plot to that relationship. It just was there just to be like, hey, also this kid's gay. It didn't
Wait, by the
add
way,
to
that happens all the
story.
time. There are relationships that don't necessarily add a broader, a huge aspect of plot for straight relationships all the time. That's very common.
Yeah,
do,
but it was
do you not think
pushed
that's
with an
common?
agenda. It was pushed with an agenda.
That's not pushing any
And then the,
agenda. That's
like-
just called representation.
It was definitely pushed with an agenda.
It's not pushing an agenda.
Okay, that was. I
No, it's
understand
not.
what you're saying. Like, sure, but the brother on the side has a relationship. It doesn't add to the story. Like, if
It
there's
doesn't need
a
to. And
wedding-
it doesn't need to add a huge portion to the story. It could just be that's what the relationship is. Push that mustache.
Yeah, but they do shit that push agendas on kids.
This is not pushing an agenda on children. Okay? Representation of gay people is not causing gay people to exist to a greater extent. It's just causing gay people to be accepted to a greater extent. So let me ask you this question. Do you think that if you were shown one of these movies that it would have caused you to be gay?
I guess it's not really about being gay. Like,
What?
I don't think that would have made me be gay.
Okay, so it wouldn't have. So then it's not pushing being gay on children.
Like, there's this issue, I guess, I have with like kids being like able to say I'm transgender, and then they start all these like therapies and treatments and option for like surgeries.
So, we're
available to
starting with being
people
gay
under
right now, and then
18.
we'll move to being trans in a second, okay? So we're starting with being gay. What's wrong?
All right, who cares about
Did you-
kids being gay?
Oh, who
There you
cares
go.
now?
You
Now
win
you
that.
don't care. Now he doesn't give a shit. Okay. So you were just
Yeah.
complaining. You were just complaining about that in a movie, bro.
I wasn't complaining about them being gay. I was just
You
complaining like the
literally
pushing
were.
of sexuality.
You said they're pushing this onto children just because there was a lead that was gay. That was it. That was the only aspect of the movie. It was just that the lead
saying-
happened to be gay.
Yeah, I'm saying it didn't add anything to the story, and they were just exposing it out there to like.
But you didn't say it's wrong. It wouldn't have caused you to be gay. So who cares? And by
Alright,
the
who
way,
cares?
people are saying in the chat it was relevant to the plot.
It wasn't, but okay.
Okay, well, I haven't watched the movie. I'd have to watch it in order to tell, but people are saying it was relevant.
All right, whatever. I just,
Okay.
kids shouldn't be able to like do things to their body like that. Shouldn't be allowed. We shouldn't like.
Okay,
We
so
shouldn't be
again,
accepting that
you're
happening.
bringing up people. Wait, this is not being trans. This is being gay. Okay. And also, even so, being trans doesn't necessarily mean you're doing anything to your body, okay? And even so, like, we're talking about children. Children are not getting gender-affirming surgeries as kids. That's not happening.
We shouldn't be teaching kids. Oh, if you're a girl, then you're a guy, and you want to be called
No
a
one's...
guy. That
Hey, dude.
everyone
Hey,
should
buddy. Hey,
do
buddy.
that.
No one's claiming this. All we're doing is saying some people, right, are gay. Some people are straight. Some people are bi. Some people are cis, and some people are trans. That's it. Okay? No one's saying, oh, you've got to be trans. You've got to be gay. You've got to be bi, actually. No one's saying that, okay?
There's no such
I'm
thing
not
as cis
trans
and
and I'm also
trans.
straight. Did you know that? So like, that's there's nothing wrong with being not trans. Nothing wrong with being straight. Okay. It just
There's no
there's
such
also
thing as
nothing
cis
wrong
and
with being trans,
trans.
and there's also nothing wrong with being gay or bi. Okay.
Those don't exist. Cis and
They do
trans.
exist. Dude, the fact that you'd say they don't exist is the dumbest thing ever. Then what are you complaining about?
They don't exist, and
Then
it
why are you
shouldn't be
complaining about
something
it? If it doesn't exist, why are you complaining about it?
because kids are like shown it, and
So it
then
does
they're
exist.
told.
So it does
So
exist.
no, it doesn't
So it does
exist.
exist. Wait, if they're shown something, that means it does exist. They're
No, it's
showing something
made
that
up.
doesn't exist, then
Are you
why are you
okay? So
complaining
are
about
you a
it?
leopard? Are you a leopard? No, you're not a leopard. But if you demanded forcefully that I call you a leopard, and if I had my kid with me, and I'm walking down the
No one's
street, and my
forcing you to
kid goes,
call them a leopard, bro. Come on.
all right. So let me finish. So if I'm walking down the street with my kid, and my kid goes, "Excuse me, sir," and you go, "Don't call me sir," I like you're still not a leopard. Whether my
If you'd
kid, and I'm
rather
not gonna.
if you'd rather not be called sir, is that not okay to ask for?
If you're a guy, I'm not gonna call you ma'am. That's weird, and I'm not gonna teach my kid that.
Okay, you can
And like
also
you shouldn't
refer
be teaching
hey
kids
bud,
that.
hey bud, did you know that you can refer to someone without saying sir or ma'am?
Well, excuse me, them, they. Excuse me, it.
You don't need to. You can just reference them as them or by their name.
Yeah. So like, if you don't know their name, but
You can use they,
like,
them pronouns then if you don't know.
yeah, and some people get super aggressive if you mess up or something.
Most people don't.
Okay. Yeah. A lot of people do.
Okay, has that ever happened to you in real life?
Yeah.
Okay.
I worked at
So
a Home Depot with
sounds like you were
someone.
being rude. I mean, this doesn't happen to me.
No, okay. I I wasn't being rude. It was clearly a
Then why
girl
is this happening to you but not to me?
because I like referred to her as a she when talking about her to someone else, and they got pissed off. That's just what happens. I guess it doesn't happen to you because you don't come across trans people.
I don't
I
come
don't
across
know.
so I do come across trans people. I'm just not an idiot.
Yeah, you want to cater to them so they don't get mad. You want to cater to their false
I
beliefs. That's
actually
why.
legitimately believe trans people's identities are valid. I'm not catering to trans people so they don't get mad at me. This is my actual view. Okay?
Yeah, you believe things that aren't real are real.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
That's
Wait,
what I'm saying. That's not
what
a
about
real
what I said
thing.
do I believe and that's not real?
I just said that it's not a real thing.
It is real. What's wrong wait, what you said it's not real. What makes you think it's not real?
I'm saying like if you are a girl or a female, then you're a female. You're not a guy, and vice versa. If you're a guy, you're not a girl.
Yeah, no one's claiming all these things. You're superimposing your definitions of these terms. We're using gender in a different way than you are. So you can't say, "Oh, you guys are delusional,"
Well,
right? If you're
then
just
educate me
misunderstanding the
here.
way that we're using the terms.
Then, then go ahead and educate me. I guess
Yeah.
maybe that's. Go ahead. I'm
A
willing to
man is an
listen.
adult human person that's committed towards the social and cultural norms that are typically associated with the male sex as a prescription of their gender identity.
Slow that down a bit.
What's up?
Slow it down a little bit. Say it again. Slow
Okay.
it down.
A man is an adult human person that is committed to the social and cultural norms typically associated with the male sex as a prescription of their gender identity.
So, yeah, I don't agree to that.
Okay, why not?
because a man is something that's just biologically a man. It doesn't matter if you want to have social genders and structures and stuff like look, if two people go and get married and someone wants to fill the social gender role of a man and a woman, and the other person wants to fill the social gender role of the woman in that relationship, that's their business. I'm not going to pretend that just because they're filling these social gender roles in their relationship that they are the opposite of what they are. And I don't think we should be.
That's not
kids.
what we're claiming. We're just claiming that gender and sex are different things. You're saying, oh, well, I have to view gender in this sense of that it has to be solely biological. No, you don't. Why? Why do you have to believe that? Why do you have to think that?
How are they disconnected?
How are they disconnected? Because we don't refer to sex and gender the same, and I can prove it to you.
Okay, prove it to me.
Okay.
I'm not.
Alrighty. Do you think that, for example, do you think that frogs have gender?
What, male and female?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you think that frogs have gender? Okay. So
Yeah.
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go through this. Or actually, let's start with this one. Do you think the notion of motherhood and fatherhood are solely biological?
You mean like that a mother is like has a mother's role because it's biological? Like she's the one who nurses the kid and like breastfeeds them, and a father is like
No,
they
I'm
can't
asking.
do that. They're
Can,
like
can,
a
can you
protector
answer
in
the
the family.
question?
So I'm trying to like ask you, is this what you mean?
Do you think the notion of fatherhood and motherhood are solely biological? Like, do you think you need a biological relation to your kid in order for you to be the parent?
You're talking about like step parents?
Yeah, do you think step parents are real parents?
I mean, okay, but yeah, I think a stepfather can or a stepmother can be like someone that a kid looks to and says, "Hey, that's my mom, that's my dad." But
Okay.
is it their real parent? No.
Yes, it is. It's just
I mean,
that
like,
they're not. It's not their biological parent. So they're still
yeah,
real parents. Adoptive parents are real parents. They're just not the biological parents.
they're caregivers. I
So they're
mean,
parents. So they're parents. So
it's
you can,
just
the notion
okay.
of motherhood and of fatherhood are not solely biologically related, right? They're not solely determinate based upon biology. Okay, we have understood gendered terms now, mother and father, right, in a non-biological sense. Okay, so if you can understand that gender can exist in a non-biological sense, what's preventing you from understanding it in the sense that I'm bringing it up?
Okay, now relate it to that. In like, how is it the same as that? Because
Well, I'm just saying
like,
that I'm saying there's gendered terms that are not solely biologically related. Okay? If there are gendered terms that are not solely biologically related, what's wrong with my definition? What's wrong with the way that I'm using the term?
like, so how is the word man not gender or like biologically like? How is that the same as mother and father? How is like man the same as father biologically?
Do you think a man is a
How are they?
father?
No, I'm saying like in your comparison, you can use the word father, and it's not
How about this? Do you think fathers
biological.
are men?
Yes.
Okay. If fathers are men, and the notion of fatherhood is not solely biological, okay, then what
Okay.
prevents you from acknowledging that gender doesn't need to be solely biological if you can understand that a gendered term, father, is not solely biological?
But to be a father, you got to be a man. So like,
But in order to be a
sure.
man, you do not have to be biologically male.
So how could you be a man if you're not biologically a male? How does that? How could you be a man?
Because you meet my definition. You are an
Just
adult human person that's committed towards the social and cultural norms that are typically associated with the male sex, a prescription of your gender identity.
well, then what are the social norms of a man?
Masculine characteristics?
So could I be a man and have feminine characteristics and
Yes.
have all these? Okay, so then that's your
But you're
argument's
not
obsolete
committed
then.
to those feminine characteristics as a prescription of your gender identity.
So you're saying if I want to have all these feminine characteristics, I could say I'm a man just
Yeah.
because I say, oh, this isn't, I'm not a female. But it's just because I want to say if I have all these feminine characteristics, I'm a female just because I'm
No.
saying I am because
Dude,
I'm
your
committing to it.
comprehension
That's
skills
my
are
identity.
You have dog comprehension skills, okay?
All right, that's
So
wonderful. Very good.
Yeah, so I'm telling you. So the
All right, I'm
notion,
trying to clarify here
I
because
understand. The
most of
notion,
the world doesn't understand what you're saying. So here I am asking questions and you're insulting me.
no, I think people understand what I'm saying. I think you're purposefully misunderstanding what I'm saying after I already explained it to you.
Oh, I'm not because it's not making sense. So I'm trying to
What did make
clarify and
sense?
reiterate. I'm trying to reiterate it back to you in a way that I'm understanding what you're saying
I
and you're
understand, but
insulting
like
me.
what you're doing is you're
Well, then why
purposefully
are you
changing
insulting me?
because you're purposefully changing the conditions and it's not actually how you understood it. If you actually were
I'm not.
representing it as as I specifically said, then it wouldn't have been represented in that way. So let
Okay,
me
so
keep
I'm going
going.
to ask you for a little bit of patience because that's not what I'm doing.
Okay.
All right, so let's try it again.
Where would you like me to start from?
All right, so we got to this notion that there are terms that can be non biological with like mother and father, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so then we were talking about if you're a man, if you prescribe to the norms of what it means to be a woman and you take that in as your identity, you can say you're a woman.
You're misunderstanding. No, they would not be a man in that scenario. Okay. So if you are biologically male and you are committed
Yeah.
towards the social and cultural norms typically associated with the female sex as a prescription of your gender identity, that would then mean that you are a woman. Okay? If you are biologically female, but you specifically are committed towards the social and cultural norms are typically associated with the male sex as a prescription of your gender identity, then you are a man. Okay? Or trans man. That's what
And
I'm
you
saying.
should this
What's
should be
confusing
like
about that?
legally acknowledged. And then like what if I wanted to switch back?
What do you mean wanted to? So this isn't something that you just like. Oh, today I just want to switch this way. Today I just want to switch that. That's not how things work. Cis individuals don't just go like, oh, I want to be trans today, and oh, I want to be cis today. That's not how it works. Okay.
Okay. All right. So what if then, I lived this whole way my whole life from when I'm 5 to I recognize myself as I'm a woman. And then I turn 25 and then like that changes, fundamentally changes, not because I am choosing it as a want, but it changes. And I change and say, like, now I'm a man because I want to prescribe to these roles as a man. Okay, I shouldn't use the word want because I know that's going to trigger you. I say, like,
So
something in me
dishonest.
inherently changes. No, I'm asking, like, something inherently changes in me to where now I prescribe to these roles as a man. Like, should this be something that's legally, like, acknowledged? Like,
Dude,
legally? Like,
I'm just trying to get you to
we should.
personally understand it. Okay. Forget everything about legality. Okay. Talk
Okay.
specifically about what I'm referencing. Okay.
Okay, I thought I was.
Go for it.
No, I'm saying I thought I was. Like, yeah. I thought I was acknowledging what you said.
Okay, let me just clarify this again. Okay, you can be a man and you can have feminine characteristics because when you're expressing, thank you, Scarlett, I appreciate the whale diving. Thank you. When you're expressing those feminine characteristics, you aren't doing so because you want to be associated with a specific gender. You
Okay.
want to be identified with that gender.
Okay, so you're saying that that person wouldn't be trans if they are just having feminine, like a man having feminine characteristics. They're
Yes,
not wanting to associate. They're just okay.
it's just a man that has feminine characteristics, right? It's not that they're committed towards those characteristics to then
Well,
mean
okay.
or show as a representation of their gender identity.
All right. So once they take that in as their identity, what like like that right there, like why is that even a thing? How is that psychologically a thing?
Well, I don't know what question you're asking.
Like
How is that psychologically a thing? Like, what is that supposed to mean?
like you look at your body, you see a man, and then you go oh, I'm a woman. Like what is their psychology behind that? What is the person who's going through that? Like what's their psychology? How is that even real?
Well, you just talk to trans people. How about you do that? Because I don't know what your question even is supposed to mean. How is it the case that trans people are trans?
Like there's something like
How is
not
the
right
case that
there.
you're
They're
not?
not
Like they could ask you the same thing.
because I'm accepting what I am and what my body is.
This has just happens to be how you are.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So then
So
what are
if
you asking?
just because someone thinks they're something doesn't mean that we should be like affirming that. We should be giving them maybe help so they can accept who they are and what their body is. Like learn to accept who you are and be happy in your own skin, be happy in your own body.
That doesn't mean you're not going to have any changes, right? For example, like would you say that to me like when I wanted Accutane as a kid? I should have just been happy with my acne.
I don't know. I didn't take Accutane when I was a kid. I had
No, is
acne.
that? Can you like respond to what I'm asking you? Is that what you would have said?
I don't know. I don't know like why you took Accutane. You just were unhappy with your.
Would you have said that? Like, I'm asking you a direct question. Would you have said this? And the answer would be yes or no, and an explanation as to why you said that.
I think that's like dishonest because that's not related to. And that's what we're talking about.
No, if we were talking about, you wouldn't be talking about the way that you look, dude. Hello? You are lost in this conversation.
No, I'm saying that we shouldn't be doing this because kids should be like accepting their body for what it is.
Yes, and what does that have to do with your?
Like if you had like a legit medical condition,
what does that have to do with?
Hold on, let me go back to what you're saying. Let me try to answer. So if you had like a legit medical condition where you needed Accutane, sure.
I literally had acne. That's what I had. So should
like
you have just been like, oh, I should have been happy with my body and I shouldn't have wanted to change it at all?
If it's a medical condition, I'm saying it's like a medical condition and like it's not a medical condition. Like if it's a medical condition to be, all right, you took Accutane because you had a medical condition. That's why you took
acne?
Yeah, that's fine. It's a medical condition.
Okay, so gender dysphoria is also a medical condition.
Right, so we should be treating it in the way it should be treated, in the way it should be treated.
Which is determined by doctors, which is gender affirming care.
Yeah, so you're putting a lot of honesty into doctors. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, because I think the medical professionals will determine what's best for us medically, not you, because you know nothing about medicine.
How do you know that?
Because of this conversation.
Okay, so if a doctor told you that like they wanted to sell you pills because they think it'd be good for your health and they're really just doing it to boost up their sales, and you would like trust them, like doctors push medicine all the time to bill insurance companies. Don't you think like, isn't like that a whole thing with like the Democrats where they're like pushing healthcare because they know that that's a thing going on with doctors? You got one pediatrician who sees like 1,000 kids a day, and you expect that pediatrician who doesn't know your kid from bupkis to have a positive, realistic say on what your kid's life should be when they see 1 million a day, 1 million a week. But like, isn't that a huge Democratic stance where like, you know, medicine is just ripped off by like these insurance companies?
No, we believe in science, and there is rip-offs specifically in terms of insurance companies. No one's disputing that, but that doesn't mean that doctors can't make determinations on what's going to be effective medical care. Okay?
And
if you don't think doctors can make...
Hey,
dude, listen. If you don't think doctors can make real determinations on medical care, well, then that means you believe doctors can't do their job. Okay? That's literally what you mean. You mean you don't trust doctors to do their job? I mean, maybe because your association with doctors is Dr. Oz and RFK Jr., okay? Those nut jobs that know nothing about science. But the doctors that I know, right, the doctors that I've met, actually know what they're talking about, do their work and research. They know what they're talking about, and they can actually give me important information that I could use for my health.
Well, like,
yeah, if your doctor if you're going to Dr. Seuss, maybe then you won't get good medical care. Okay, but if you're going to an actual legitimate good doctor, maybe then in that circumstance you're going to have good medical determinations from them, and you can trust them. Okay, you should be able to trust your doctor.
Doctors. Yeah, you should be able to.
So are you saying you want universal health care because you don't want this for-profit incentive in the insurance companies?
I mean, that would probably get rid of this whole transgender issue.
It wouldn't. So trans people would still exist. Trans people would still exist. And you say transgender issue. It's not an issue to be trans. It's only an issue for individuals like you that, one, are not willing to understand trans people, two, ignore that trans people exist, three, want to stigmatize trans people for existing, and four, apply that to many other marginalized groups, such as gay people as well. Okay, you don't actually care to understand. When you say you're asking these questions to understand, I know that's not true. You're purposefully misunderstanding what I'm saying, and you're purposefully trying to portray what I'm saying is not what it is, to argue against it, because you can't actually meaningfully argue against what I'm saying. You are not good faith. You are completely bad faith.
I like you.
I don't like you.
You don't even know me. You're funny. You're a funny guy.
From this conversation, I don't like you. Because you're not willing to engage with what I'm saying. I was really nice to you. I explained everything to you. And you've purposefully misunderstood what I'm saying. Like, purposefully. And then you try to act like the victim. To act like, oh, I'm just misunderstanding you when you want to understand. No, you don't. Any person that's intellectual, that can actually watch and analyze the conversation that we've had, can realize that you have not purposefully engaged in this conversation in a good faith and meaningful way. Okay?
I think you're only
Anyone
saying
who
that because
actually
I
can
didn't
criticize
agree with
this.
you.
What's up?
I think you're only saying that because I didn't agree with you at the end.
No, you can disagree with me and still show understanding of my perspective. You failed to understand my perspective after me explaining it like 80 times, my guy.
No, I think I get it, and I still think it's made up. Just because you
Okay.
say, and I
Then how about
understand
this?
your
Can
perspective.
you restate my position? Strong man my position. Steel man my position.
About what, like you're saying about the argument or the definition of what a transgenderism is?
Give me any of those things. Anything. Name one of my arguments.
Yeah, I guess I will just go back to the most recent one where like us being transgender, like that conversation, you were saying that being transgender is when someone takes on the characteristics of the opposite biological sex to a point where they accept it into them as their identity, you know? And I'm saying I don't agree that that's something that we should acknowledge. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a disagreement there. I don't think we should be agreeing with that. I understand you now. I didn't when we were talking about it. I do now, and I disagree still.
But what's the disagreement? It's just you just don't feel like it?
I don't think we should be doing.
You just cut out. Hello? You just cut out again. All right, give them a minute. Give them a minute. Bro, are you there? Hello? Why'd you swipe out? Okay, I'll just thank someone in the meantime. Kathy, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. He just left. Why'd he do that? Wendy, thank you for the $5 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know why people are obsessing. It's absurd. Carolyn, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. Of course, I always will. Nina, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Give some W's for them. Literally, he thinks just talking about the existence of trans people or gay people existing in movies is pushing it on kids. So, like, that's so embarrassing. Kirsten, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, absolutely will lead to more people being harmed. You're totally right. Brittany, thank you for the $5 as well. Thank you very much, Brittany. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Seriously, he was really stunned when I asked him for a single example. That was really funny.